Okie dokie, everybody, welcome back. You're here at the Fox Den with Pater Voss, the Papa Fox, and we're going to continue playing Pillars of Eternity. When we last left off, we had explored a bit of the town. We had decided we were going to help a miller up here, as well as the blacksmith in here. We also discovered something fishy going on with the person we had met in the Valewood, you know, the guy who was running away from that bear. So we're gonna have to keep an eye out for whatever's going on there. Oh, we got some more people here that we can take a look at. And there we go. And 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Okay. Awesome. Yeah, I just want to give you a chance to review the whole thing if you want to. I want to make sure I can pick up all of these little nifty little tiny plants. Despite the rains, the stalks feel as dry and stiff as a locust husk. Okay. Let's see here. These little compass symbols will take us through to the world map, so we don't want to click on those just yet. Yeah, again, this is another early in the morning recording, so if I happen to bumble my way through this, I do apologize. Beneath the vines are crude carvings of a sun rising over 3 stars. Oh, we got another person. Do 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 do. I really like the paladin and cleric classes in this, but yeah, I guess a slight spoiler warning. You get various characters to play along with you, and one of the characters is a cleric, and another one is a paladin, and they are awesome. And I don't want to double up on characters for this playthrough. You see 4 people gathered by the door of the inn. Their raised voices and chopping gestures suggest an argument reaching its climax. The first figure raises his hands for calm, his face partially obscured by a hood, but his height and stature suggest an elf.
I meant no offense. Let's put this matter to rest over a round, shall we? My treat.
Hoping to soothe our pride with a few Adira coppers, eh? We don't need your coin.
What's going on? Angry townsman. One of the other men points at the hooded elf. His eyes are red from drink, but his gaze is focused. Mocking us even as he shelters in our village just goes to show what these fancy Aider manners are worth. We don't take to that kind of treatment, not from foreigners, and especially not from Aiderans.
Go on, say it again. I'm itching for an excuse.
Why, you're itching for the kindling touch of your sister, you cocksfeather!
Oh, the most inventive of insults.
I'll cut that barrel-looking tongue out of your head.
This is a misunderstanding. I didn't say whatever it is you think I said. We've nigh quarrel.
This guy seems to be of 2 different minds on the subject.
That's where you're wrong.
This is unnecessary. Wouldn't you rather be inside drinking out here than arguing? You know, I mean, I would always prefer that. We don't want your charity either, foreigner. They squint at you through red, bleary eyes. It sounds suspiciously like you're defending him. And we're off. Okay, angry townsman. Let's go ahead and punch him, shall we?
I'll teach you a lesson!
Well, there we go. They have been punched. The last of the attackers fall. The elf turns to you. The tension has almost gone from his smooth face.
Not quite how I hoped to get to know the neighbors. Thank you for your timely assistance with that awkward situation.
You mean for slaughtering them? You're welcome.
Well, that is one way of putting it.
Aloth straightens his hood, and you note the remains of a fraying embroidery on his gloves. His boots are caked with the dirt of many months' travel, but the leatherwork beneath is sturdy and fine.
Well, I suppose introductions are in order after that little fiasco. Aloth Corvusser, at your service.
How'd you manage to get stuck out here? You don't seem like one of the farmers. That's something of a long story.
Well, I'm a wizard by training, and an adventurer by necessity. I was born in the Seathwood, part of the mainland of the Adir Empire, and both of my parents served the nobility, which afforded me an education for which I'm grateful. However, there were no open positions in those houses, and so I decided to seek new means in a new land.
That's exactly why we're here.
And how exactly did you come to be here?
I was traveling with a caravan, but we were separated near some ruins.
In Gwithan ruins? Well, those can be dangerous places during the best of times, which these are not. And half the locals would arrest you for trespassing, and the rest would kill you outright. I'm curious, what exactly did you find there?
As much as he kind of rubs us the wrong way, I don't know if I exactly want to tell him about the strange machine just yet, so we're just going to tell him a Beowick.
And you survived? I've heard such a thing was impossible. But it seems you either have a knack for timing or the favor of the gods.
What are you doing in Gilded Vale?
Excellent question. I came looking for fresh air and cheap land. Instead, the magistrate gave me directions to the inn and a story about the local lord's expectant wife. But I take it that's a familiar tale.
Yeah, to say the least. And you? I've also been experiencing strange things of late. I'm looking for an expert on souls.
Indeed. The local lord has searched far and wide for similar specialists. He has rid himself of them almost as desperately.
Nods at the old gnarled tree in the center of town. His darting glance takes in the tumble-down buildings and the fallow, rock-strewn fields. I expect that such expertise would be best sought elsewhere. How did you manage?
I'm afraid that was a matter of misunderstandings and mistranslations. It doesn't help that people in these parts remember their war with Adir like it was yesterday.
You did make a rather lewd suggestion regarding one of the aggressors and his own sister. That. As I tried to tell them, they misheard me. Happens all too easily after a few pints. And the accent doesn't help. I heard the same thing. For just a moment, he looks as if he's about to say something else. His expression brightens with mischief. But before he can speak, he forces a tight smile, biting his lips so it's so hard you expect to see blood. Finally, his face relaxes, and he shakes his head. I should speak more clearly next time. My apologies. You don't exactly look like a settler.
Begging your pardon, but neither do you. Yet, circumstances can find a person in the strangest of places.
Yeah, given current events elsewhere, not gaming, I can definitely see how that's the case. And that's all I'll say about that. I should get going.
As should I, given recent events. It's just as well. I've had enough of the watered wine and lumpy beds at the inn. They say even the owner tired of the place. Just up and left one day. It explains quite a lot about the upkeep. Perhaps I could join you. I could use a change of scenery, and I find it's better to travel in numbers.
So do I. Let's go then.
Excellent. I shall follow you.
There we go. And we have our first new party member.
Aye?
Aloth the Wizard. Second level wizard with a bunch of stuff. Now the thing about wizards is they have spell books. And you can actually collect spell books off the bodies of slain enemies, which is also kind of nice. He also has a rapier for his secondary weapon set, and he has his scepter for his primary one. For us, I was actually thinking about this, and I wonder if I can actually use a one-handed weapon in my primary hand and still use an unarmed strike in my other. So one-handed, 12 to 17, 10 to 14, fast, average, That's 10 to 14, 10 to 14. Let's go with a dagger. Let's see what this does. And primary slash. Looks like we'll actually have to remain unarmed. Yeah, and we do more damage anyways with that. Okay, so we're just going to be unarmed with our regular arms. Oh, dear.
Indeed.
Oh,
Yeah?
Yeah, make sure we collect everybody. And looks like there's just a few more things to do over here. Pilgrim's Crown. And let's investigate the inn real quick. We're just going to peek our head in. I think that's actually going to be the episode. This might end up being a short episode, but you never know. Let's go ahead and talk with Pasca.
Hail and well met.
Hello, and welcome to the... oh, it's you. Tenfrith told us what you did for him. It's such a relief to have him back. I can't thank you enough. Consider yourself a favorite of the house. Discounts on drinks, rooms. Tenfrith said he wanted to whip up something nice for you. He's already in the back working the kitchen. So what would you like? Could use some reliable help. Do you know of anyone looking for work? Oh well, I wouldn't say I can't. I wouldn't say I can speak from experience, but we do have certain sorts coming by looking for work from time to time. If you want to hire someone on, I'd be happy to send them your way. Let me see what I have to work with. So you can actually hire custom-made adventurers for your party. I'm not actually going to do that, unless if you leave me a comment and you give me a name and a little bit of a backstory and what type of character class you want, I can make one for you. Otherwise, I'm actually going to keep with the characters that are provided to us by the story. So that's always going to be on the table, but this is what we're going to have to work with. So there's that.
Good day, stranger.
Let me know more about the Black Hound. Really? Well, let me see. The actual building's been here for years, but the Black Hound's fairly new. We've got a few new faces in here, too. Fewer than we used to, I'll admit. Tenfrith's a big draw. I'm sure we'll get the big crowds back again in no time. I used to work the tables, actually, until the old owner up and left. Nobody's sure what happened to him. He even left his poor hound behind. That's the name, see? The Black Hound. It's still sitting upstairs, pining after him. Poor old girl. Place ended up in my hands somehow. My very own inn. A lot of hard work involved, but it's been worth it so far. Please sit where you like. Would you like a drink or a room? We have 2 available at the moment. I'm afraid we can't offer much by the way of a good meal today, she sighs. Unless if you're fond of cold porridge. Well, there we go. Let's see what they have for sale. Looks like this is all they have. We can get camping supplies. We can get potions and everything. We can get food as well, which is always great. But I think we're actually going to call it here. If you've enjoyed, feel free to leave a like or comment or heck, even subscribe to the channel if you enjoy my other work. When for the next episode, no, we're actually going to level up here. Well, let's go ahead and do that. Athletics and mechaniques. And let's go ahead with another in survival. There we go. We're not going to be a stealthy monk. Turning of the wheel. Ooh, the monk is able to channel physical pain into pure energy and redirect it at his or her attackers while the monk has wounds. While the monk has wounds, he or she adds proportional fire bonus to melee damage. Ooh. Long stride. Movement rate is increased. Torment's reach. His ability exploits. This ability exploits the shared bonds of universal suffering between all beings. An initial target is hit with a powerful blow that does additional crush damage. Enemies in a cone behind. Oh, that's what we saw. Powerful attack that knocks the target back a significant distance. If the attack is successful, target bumps others out of the way and bounces off hard surfaces like walls before ending up prone. We're actually going to go for the turning of the wheel because that additional fire damage sounds sweet. There we go. Okay, now this is the end of the episode. Well, if you've enjoyed, again, as I mentioned, feel free to leave a like or comment or subscribe to the channel. It's great to see you all here at the Fox Den. I hope you'll come back next time and pull up a chair for some more Pillars of Eternity. All right, take care. Bye.